Alright, let's see if Channel 1's going to talk about the manhole explosion in Times Square. I bet they don't view Midtown as anything.
It's 9 o'clock.
Here we go, let's see.
Junk for home or office junk removal. We make junk disappear.
And look, they're talking about Eric Adams getting COVID, and I don't wish COVID on anyone, but there were people in a panic last night. Sorry if it's not focusing.
I was complaining that the weather, you know, I could have done with 65 or 70 degrees on the weekend because Friday was such a beautiful day.
Yeah.
But I don't think the marathon or the half marathon runners in Central Park were complaining because it was in that range that runners like.
Yeah,
see,
comfortable, not too
see
hot,
what demographic they're gearing to?
The women's half yesterday,
It's so
running
obvious.
around the loop twice. I think a beautiful day for running, and it's going to get nicer all week long.
Yeah, they're also making a note here that if there are donations to the youth and community programs for runners between now and
I apologize
Friday,
if it's not
they will be
focusing, but
matched
you get
up
the
to
idea.
$20,000. So they're doing some good with the big run in Central Park yesterday. Let's get to the weather for the week ahead. Here's Eric in the forecast.
Hey, good morning to you. Let's get caught up with.
Well, at least they're bringing up the warm weather for tomorrow, because that's the weather on the one segment.
A strong spring storm in the middle of the country.
Here's Anthony.
All right, let's see if they're leading off.
Thanks. Good Monday morning, everyone. Here is what's happening. Dozens making their voices heard this morning in Chinatown. The group protesting plans for what's being called a mega jail in the neighborhood. The city is expected to start installing construction fences today on Center Street in preparation for the demolition of the former Manhattan detention
Well, I'm glad they're talking
complex.
about the jails, but what about the one in Kew Gardens that nobody wanted?
Will do more harm to the neighborhood than good. They're calling on Mayor Adams to look at
Ridiculous.
alternatives. Once completed, this jail would become the world's tallest. In other news, a bouncer was shot inside a Queens Lounge last night. It happened right before midnight outside the Low Key Garden Lounge on Austin Street in Forest Hills. Authorities say the 25.
Well, thankfully, Charlton told me about this one.
Two men. Police say the suspects fled the scene in a black car. The bouncer is recovering in the hospital. And Con Edison
Here we go.
still has crews in Times Square this morning after a manhole explosion caused panic in the area yesterday evening. This is EarthCam video showing crowds running north after they heard a loud boom. The explosion happened around 6:45 on West 43rd Street between 7th and 8th Avenues. A ground level shot shows people running away. This was posted on Twitter. Con Edison says a cable failure caused the manhole blast. A second manhole was smoking and a third was lightly smoking. No one was hurt and there was no property damage. I'm Anthony Pascal.
Well, I'll give them decent credit, but they didn't send a reporter to Times Square because Channel 2 and Channel 5 had a reporter. And now they're talking about this guy. You know what? I'm just going to turn the TV off, and I'm going to wrap up this video.
We are marking his 100th day in office.